What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're doing Subliminal. Now, it fooled me on the Steam Decks for a little while. Glad I was good enough to get far enough to get out of the small little areas they start you off in. It's still a pretty small area, but it's got more going on, and it immediately started dropping under 30. So I was like, aha, nope, not exactly the most playable on there. But these are all a little bit more powerful than the Steam Deck, so they actually might be able to pull through and at least stay above 30. We'll see. I doubt it will at 1080p high, maybe not even at 900p medium. And I don't think this game has low, so I'm not going to be able to do 720p low. I mean, I guess I can still throw 720p on medium settings, but can't really do it in my conventional means. And that's okay. I mean, unless the Steam Deck thing just wasn't letting me see all the settings there were to see, but hey. We'll find out, I guess, in a couple seconds, because we're going to hop on in. So, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the allies here. Steam Deck did an alright job considering what it was trying to do, but these are quite a bit more powerful, so we actually might have a chance. Not with settings like this, of course, but once we're a little more reasonable, I think we'll be just fine, if all you want's 30, 40, 50 FPS anyway.
Here we are. Welcome to our memory of the waterworks. I see you've managed to find a rather gloomy corner in this otherwise joy-filled memory. Please immediately disregard whatever feelings cause you to seek this out, and return to the happier parts of this memory.
So now we'll drop it down to a little bit more realistic. 900p, and might as well use some upscaling. Balance is a little too far when we're already at like under 1080p. Nope, wrong way. There we go, quality. That's about all I like to use when I'm forced to use upscaling on these things. Going to balanced and performance usually makes stuff look way too bad. I mean, quality already looks pretty bad. It's not so bad when you're just looking at the screen itself on the system, but when you blow it all up like this, it always makes it look horrible.
It looks like you've left something on the floor. Ah, Caleb, you found it. This is our memory meter. It tracks all those perfect little pockets of joy we experience and stores them for us. The more we explore, the more we focus on all that joy, the more this meter will fill. When the meter's full, well, that means we've successfully re-experienced all the joy that memory has to offer. And we can move on. No need to rush. Just keep your eyes open. This joy has always been here. We're simply remembering how to see it.
So we can't do low settings, but we just kept it on the lowest settings it can do and dropped the resolution to 720p. And this is your best chance for playable FPS. Now, of course, the game doesn't especially look great like this anymore, but at least it doesn't look that bad on the screen itself, but it looks pretty bad, like all blown up like this. But that's why I do the camera recorded gameplay too, so you can see what it actually looks like. But anyway, to the game.
You see, this is precisely the muck I'd spoken of earlier. Old, rotten, much like that sandwich you'd left forgotten in the back of your fridge. There's no real danger to it, of course, but it is unfortunately quite unpleasant. Certainly not the kind of thing we want crowding this lovely memory. Why don't you get this washed off? Ah yes, all right. That's quite enough. You unfortunately seem to be still somewhat distracted. But we can fix this. Please continue directly toward the large secondary slide tower. Wonderful choice, Caleb.
So now starting all over again, we're going to try on the X, the high settings, which we already know aren't going to really work whatsoever, but we'll still do it anyway, just for the hell of it. We already did it on the other ones. It'd feel weird not to try it out on these guys too. Especially because the Xbox Ally X is a little bit more powerful, so it'd be kind of curious to see if it can actually get 30 FPS even on high. Probably not, but it'll be fun to try. But first, let's get through this guy.
Slightly. There seems to have been a minor error, but not to worry. Please direct your attention over to the green illuminated exit sign hanging over the stairs. We have maintenance to tend to and far brighter memories to experience. Let's get going. It would seem we've inadvertently drifted into a section of our memory that our mind has chosen to set aside. Our mind does this occasionally to protect us from the memories and experiences it deems rather non-essential. Think of it as a sort of cognitive guardrail, designed to keep us seated firmly in our reality. Unfortunately, it appears we've now stumbled over the edge. But not to worry. Nothing here is ever truly shut out. Our mind always leaves a little key tucked under the proverbial doormat.
So now for 900p, definitely goes a little bit better. I think this is actually like a 30 FPS experience now at least. Like 30, 40. And I don't think it'll drop under 30. But we'll still try 720p as well. So with that said, let's jump in. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Somehow I guess I forgot to get the settings. But this is 720p low on the Ally X now. Well, not low setting, but 720p. Medium is as low as it goes, but I'm so used to saying that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up, let the game do the talking. I just wanted to say something versus have people go, where's the settings? Moving on over to the last one, the Xbox Ally X, which is a little bit more powerful than the other guys. It's not a night and day difference usually, but in some games it'll pick anywhere from 8 to 10 FPS. I've seen a couple games where it goes even further than that. But sometimes it actually loses to the older Allies. So it's very, very interesting. I'm kind of curious what it'll do. But we won't find out staring at this screen. Let's hop in.
But not to worry. Please direct your attention over to the green illuminated exit sign hanging over the stairs. We have maintenance to tend to and far brighter memories to experience. Let's get going. It would seem we've inadvertently drifted into a section of our memory that our mind has chosen to set aside. Our mind does this occasionally to protect us from the memories and experiences it deems rather non-essential. Think of it as a sort of cognitive guardrail, designed to keep us seated firmly in our reality. Unfortunately, it appears we've now stumbled over the edge. But not to worry. Nothing here is ever truly shut out. Our mind always leaves a little key tucked under the proverbial doormat. Excellent, Caleb. Now, let's get going. We're unfortunately a bit deeper than I anticipated. No matter, you've got this.
So now for 900p, which definitely gives us a much better experience. And that's probably what I'd play on here. As much as I'd like my 60 plus, you have to put it down to low, or not low, but 720p to get that. And I think it still drops at some spots. But anyway, let's go see what it can do.
Come on, Caleb. We have so much more ahead of us. Trust me, what's next is worth it. Let's keep going.
Now for 720p on the Xbox Ally X, and it seemed to mostly stay at 60 now. Doesn't look especially great, especially all blown up like this. It's not the worst experience on the actual screen itself, but you can still see something's up. So I'd probably just deal with not 60 all the time and just stick with 900p and medium. Or who knows, maybe you could even get high to work if you just lowered the resolution a little bit, and then it probably wouldn't look so weird. This is one of those games, Unreal Engine just seems to be that way. If you don't use high and like 1440p plus, games usually just don't look that good. Well, let's get a little camera recording gameplay now.
It looks like we have diverted slightly. There seems to have been a minor error. But not to worry. Please direct your attention over to the green illuminated exit sign hanging over the stairs. We have maintenance to tend to and far brighter memories to experience. Let's get going. It would seem we've inadvertently drifted into a section of our memory that our mind has chosen to set aside. Our mind does this occasionally to protect us from the memories and experiences it deems rather non-essential. Think of it as a sort of cognitive guardrail, designed to keep us seated firmly in our reality. Unfortunately, it appears we've now stumbled over the edge. But not to worry. Nothing here is ever truly shut out. Our mind always leaves a little key tucked under the proverbial doormat.
I was gonna say. Okay. Nope. So, how do we figure out the numbers? Deep storage. But it won't let me in there either. Okay. What could be the code? Well, there was a bunch of freaking numbers on these, but I don't think we can get in any of these. Well, shoot. Keep getting stuck. It's so annoying. Wait. Oh, no, there's no numbers on that. I thought I saw numbers. I was like, oh, are we supposed to just find like a random number around? Wait. There's that number. Maybe that is sort of it. Anyway, we'll try to figure it out some more on the next ally. Alright, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay and hopefully I can figure out how to get out of here. So I've been looking around here this whole time and I only see these two numbers. So this padlock has to have something to do with some combination of 2s and 1s. Because I don't see anything else it could be. So we gotta just start guessing and putting in random numbers. Alright, wait, to move the dial, okay. So, let's see. There's 1. Well, first let's just do 1, 1, 1, 1. I doubt that it's that easy, but... Or actually, it's easier to go back this way. 0, 1. Nope. Okay. Wrong way. 2. Nope, definitely not that. Okay. Okay, what about... Oh, wrong one. Wrong way. Alright, so not 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, well what if we make it like a bridge? Or like a bridge, but put the ones in the center. There we go. Out of pure stupidity luck. Works for me. We got some weird clicker thing. Alright, well we got through a door and now we're basically stuck again until I figure out how to use that clicking thing that I just picked up. Alright, I think it said what to do on the wall. I'm just going to read what it said to do on the wall again instead of just skimming it. Most of the time I just skim read what to do. So RT so use it on those on these things, right? Okay.
Caleb, please, no, not there. This isn't where we need to go. Why don't we go back up the stairs? Back to all the fun. No, don't, Caleb, don't do this.
Alright. Okay, so that's alright. So it's time. What do I do though? Aha. Okay, now I know what to do, I think. Although I don't know how to crouch. So this might be a little interesting. Nope, it's not going to be that easy this time. so that's just taking me back. Is there another thing over here? Yes, there is. There's two. Where does it go? Okay, wait, no. There's probably something here. Alright, where does it go? Alright, and I think with that, we'll move on to the last ally. Alright, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay. We got something here, but it looks like we gotta block it with something. What can we grab? Because we already grabbed that one, we can't grab it twice, and that doesn't really seem to have nothing to do with nothing anyway. Oh, it's 420. Well, that's just about perfect. I could use a little hit ski. Woo! Alright, now, back to business. Now, what can I do? I figured maybe we could just move one of these, but none of them seem to move. I thought maybe we could take that, but nope. I think we need a key card of some kind, if we can even get in those. I grabbed something off of here. It looked like a rag of some kind, but it doesn't seem to be useful for now. We grab that. So I figured maybe we could just put the frickin' fire extinguisher up in front of it, but it doesn't seem like I can set it up right. Alright, no, that's just normal light. I can't steal its light. Ooh, there's another one. Oh, there it is. Get your ass up there. I know this is probably not going to work and I'm being absolutely stupid, but this is how I wanted it to work. So close. Alright, let's go look for the actual solution. I thought that would be funny to just block it with a fire extinguisher, but I don't think that's got anything to do with the real solution. There's got to be something else that's probably like staring me right in the face. Or there's like some card that's just, hey, I'm sitting right here. I've been here the whole time, like on one of these things. Oh, we can't go under there anyway. So that's pointless. That's got nothing to do with anything. Anyway, even if I could block that light. Yeah. Alright, well, obviously this is going to take me a while to figure out, but there's got to be some way. They wouldn't just make this impossible. So, I guess I'll figure it out in the next video, well, hopefully. So, let's wrap up. Alright guys, that's a wrapper. Subliminal on the Asus Allies. And you can get a playable-ish experience as long as you don't care about 60 plus all the time. I mean, the only one that could somewhat do that is the Xbox Ally X, and that's putting it quality, upscaling, and everything on medium. So, but if you just want 30 plus, seems like it handles that as long as you're not trying to be ridiculous and trying to do native 1080p. And I would have tried upscaling with 1080p, but if you want high settings, you kind of want it to look good, and FSR kind of ruins that. I mean, when you use an FSR 3 anyway. 4 is great, but I don't just inject that into stuff. I could on here, but then people would go, why doesn't mine look like that? And I don't want to sit there and try to pull a fast one on people, so I just hit play, and that's the way we do it here. But anyway, that is all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And I still can't do a proper peace out with that hand, so we'll do a left-handed peace out, and until the next video.